Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Shaneria and this is Talk and Crime. On today's video, we have another reaction video, but before we get started, like, comment, join the family by subscribing, and if you're returning, you know the drill. Let's get into today's story time.
Story time on how I don't allow, and I'm a stickler when it comes to my kids spending a night over people's house. Now, my two older kids are grown now. They'll tell you, we didn't spend a night over people's house. I don't allow it now to this day with my 9-year-old either. And I'm going to tell you why. So, when I was 8 years old, I had an elementary school friend. She had a sleepover. I begged my mama and my grandma to go to the sleepover. They should have followed their first mind. They was hesitant, but they should have followed their first mind. They went on ahead and gave in, and they allowed me to go. I remember before I left my grandma's house, she told my mama, make sure you go in and you meet the parents and you check out the house. Okay. My mom did just that. She came in, she met the girl's mom, and she checked out the house. Everything looked fine. Okay. It was about 8 to 10 girls. Some went to the elementary school we went to, and some were her family. So, of course, we end up eating, playing games, eating ice cream and cake. Okay, now it's bedtime. We take our baths and we go to bed. Come back for part 2. Okay, part 2, story time on why I don't let my kids spend a night over people's house. Okay, so anybody that know me to this day, grown and all, once my head hit that pillow, I'm asleep. Ain't no watching TV until I fall asleep, none of that. Once my head hit that pillow, it's not hard, or it doesn't take long for me to fall asleep. Tired or not, I'm not. So I'm asleep. I know before I went to sleep, the other girls were still up playing, eating popcorn and all that. I was tired, so I went to sleep. So around 3 o'clock in the morning, I get woke up and I got this tingling in my ear, but it's buzzing, and I'm like, so I'm steady like hitting my ear, and I'm fucking with my ear. So I immediately start screaming to the top of my lungs. I'm talking about when I say woke up the whole house. So her mom comes in the room and I am screaming loud. So imagine somebody calling your mother at 3 o'clock in the morning and your mother hear you in the background screaming. So the lady, I guess, was telling my mom like something's going on with her ear. She's screaming and she won't stop. She done woke up everybody in the house. You don't have to come get her. So of course I'm sitting here and I'm freaking holding my ear, y'all. Like, I did not fucking let my ear go. If I let my ear go, I start going crazy again. So I'm holding my ear. Imagine your mama 15-20 minutes away. I gotta wait on her. So I'm waiting on her to get there. She finally gets there. I'm going crazy. When I say I'm going crazy, I'm going crazy. So my mama like, okay, come on, get in the car. Imagine another 15 minutes to get to the hospital. So we arrive at the hospital. I get to the hospital, y'all. And when I tell y'all, last and final part. So the doctor comes in, and of course I gotta let my ear go. So now I'm really fucking going crazy. I'm talking about I'm a kid. So the doctor like, be still so we can check your ear. So I'm like trying to be still, but I can't. The doctor looks in my ear and was like, oh my God. So now my mama like, what? I'm like, what? So the doctor was like, this is what we gotta do. He brings in this stuff. He put this stuff in my ear. Imagine having to go home just like that. And the doctor told my mom, just bring her back in the morning because we can't do anything after we put this in her ear. My mom takes me back the very next morning. When I say this man pulled out this big ass thing to go down in my ear, y'all. And when he pulled out what he pulled out of my ear, baby, when I say, y'all, that roach was so fucking big that he pulled out of my ear. And not only was it one roach, but it was two stuck together, like they was humping in my ear. Oh my God, y'all, I don't even like talking about it, okay? Like to this day, it oh my God. When I say, I've been terrified ever since. Because had I would have known that you had roaches, I wouldn't have never even spent the night at your house. And I swear to God, y'all, I didn't see no roaches during the day. It's like you don't see them during the day, so do they come out at night? Like the roaches just came out at night or something. And baby, when I tell y'all, I be asking my kids when they be like, can we go over such and such house? I be like, no. Do they got roaches? Fuck no. Cause baby, y'all can only imagine what I went through. Like that shit still haunts me to this day. Like it took a long time for me to even hear out of my left ear. Like it busted an eardrum or something. Like my hearing to this day still go in and out, in and out, in and out. All because of somebody had roaches. And I spent the night at their house. So don't let y'all kids just go over any and everybody's house.
I thought she was gonna say just maybe a bug. I thought she was gonna say a bug. Yeah, I just didn't know what type of bug she was gonna say. Because usually when something gets in your ear, it start messing with your eardrums and all that. And it could also cause you to get like an ear infection, depending on how deep whatever it is that went in your ear. But she had my ear over here like feeling like something was in it after she said it was a roach. And not one but two. Yeah, she's really traumatized. Like I don't trust letting my kids, especially this day and age, going to spend the night over nobody's house. No telling what would happen. People are now literally crazy. You can't trust them. Like I done heard a situation where a woman allowed her child to go over to somebody's house and her child wind up losing their life right along with the family. Like somebody literally intentionally caught the house on fire, and her daughter was in that house with the family and passed away. So like you never know, it might not even be the people house you let them go over. It's the people that's coming over to the house, or somebody could have some type of vendetta against the family and something happens. Like somebody can easily kick in the door to rob the family, and your child is like, you never know what could happen. So yeah, but the thought of her being so scared and fearful of letting her kids go over other people's house to spend a night because of her trauma experience as a child with two roaches getting in her ear, like it was funny, but it wasn't funny, but it was funny. And yeah, a lot of times you don't even know people have roaches for real, because roaches try to stay out of the way when it's light outside, when it's no lights on. When it's lights on, they try to stay away because they're in fear of getting killed, right? They're seeing all of these people walking around, or somebody walking around larger than their life, and they're afraid that they might get killed, right? And at night, when you turn off the lights or something, just like somebody trying to rob you, right? They're not going to come in it. Well, most people not going to rob your house in the daytime, right? They wait at night. That's like roaches. Roaches will come out at night like they fucking trying to rob you or something. So yeah, I definitely believe that that's what happened. It looked like the lady didn't have roaches because the lights was on, kids was running around, people was all through the house, right? She probably didn't even notice. It might have been 1 or 2 roaches somewhere, but she did not notice, right? And then all of a sudden, you go to sleep, the lights get turned off, things get calmed down, and here go roaches running around like they own the place. Literally 2 roaches in her ear. So she literally traumatized by roaches getting in her kids' ear if they go spend a night. Like, for real, for real. And I would be too, especially that she's having the issues with her ear after all of these years, and now she's a grown adult. But a lot of people are like that, not willing to allow their kids to spend a night at people's house, because you just don't know what might happen or what to expect, let alone roaches nesting in your ear. But you guys, drop down in the comment section what you think about this story. Do you let your kids go spend the night at other people's houses? Drop down in the comment section. I would love to hear your opinion on this story, or a story of your own of why you don't allow your kids to go spend the night at someone's house. Y'all, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. If you are new here, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join the family, because if you reached all the way to the end of this reaction video and you haven't subscribed, you haven't joined the family, what are you waiting for? Subscribe and join the family. For all my returning subscribers, thank you. And I hope you all have a blessed day. Peace.